Hello, 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 hello. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can't. Hi everyone. Looking forward to doing some more music with you guys. Today I'm going to be doing some combat music, which I've been requested a lot of combat music by my patrons. And yeah, I think it's about time we added a lot more combat stuff to the library. So I'm gonna play the track, and I need you guys in the chat just to let me know if there's any issues with the audio, if I'm coming through too loud or too quiet, or anything like that. Let me know. And if same with the music, if the music's too loud or too quiet, I can adjust those things on the fly. So let's have a listen to what I have so far. This is I have about 40 seconds worth of track, which anyone on the Discord will have heard already. A little preview of. So let's see how it sounds. I need a big thumbs up from the chat if that all came through okay, or if any of that had any issues. But already I know this piano's too quiet for sure. It needs to be a little bit louder, I think. So let's just boost this up so it's a bit more aggressive. So someone said this track sounds kind of deserty, which wasn't really what I intended to do at the start, but someone in the Discord mentioned that, and I guess it kind of does because it has this this instrument, this dulcimer in it, which is a beautiful sounding instrument. I've been looking for an excuse to use that for a while, and I guess the notes that I chose are kind of quite like deserty sounding, but I'm not going to lean into that too much. I'm just going to give some little flavors there. Generally, I almost kind of went for a Dishonored vibe. If anyone can see in the top, the track is called Dishonored Style Combat, but it's kind of shifted a little bit. So let's have a little mess around. See how this sounds. And then I think we need another weird creepy sound. Hopefully the sound is all coming through okay. I'm just gonna double check, make sure everything's okay. Ooh. Yeah, sweet. Looks like it is. All right. That's a weird sound. That's really weird. added in some creepy effects. Right, I think that's that kind of section done. So now it's time to expand the track outwards a bit. So I'm slightly cheating. I'm using these like rhythmic loops for a lot of the sort of bass sounds of the track, but they're really nice, and I just really like the sound of them, and I think they go really well with what I'm trying to do here. So I've had this one kind of playing throughout, this like low drum. Question is whether I want to keep that drum or want to switch to something else. I think I could switch to this quite easily. It's got a similar sound. Yeah. Let's try that. Yeah, this is the closest you'll get to cheating when you're writing music, is using a lot of rhythmic loops and stuff. But I bought this pack called Damage 2, and it comes with loads of these rhythmic loops, and I've not really messed around with them yet, so it's quite fun just to explore and see what combinations you can come up with. Alright, sounds pretty cool to me. Let's add something like this in. Actually, maybe we'll go back to some of the original stuff from the first section just to give it something to tie into the first section. Or I could keep this previous bit going. Maybe we don't even need a high section. Oops, I had that looping. Thanks, Andre. It's kind of the vibe we're going for, kind of, yeah, a bit warlike. Just something you can kind of use in the background during combat. Not be too invasive, but at the same time, kind of, you know, keep the mood and the tension going. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do for this next section. How long have I been creating music? I wrote my first kind of proper piece of music when I was, I want to say 14. It was just in music class in school, and I'd always been eyeing up the computers where people, they had all the same software I'm using right now, actually, a much earlier version of Cubase, and I'd sort of been eyeing those computers up for a while, and then eventually when we got to year 10, which is, I'm not sure what grade that equals for Americans, maybe, it's when you're sort of 14 to 15, I think, you finally sort of given access to the computers, and I just went straight into it. I loved it straight away. The one of the people who came in to help us, the technician, had a little disc with some illegally downloaded orchestral samples on it. So he would let the students use these orchestral samples. So that's when I did my first track, and then me going ever since. And I'm 28 now, so like 13 years, I guess. Obviously on and off during the first bit of it, but then I did music at university as well. I guess everyone here is probably European, given the fact that I'm doing this at like a time when most Americans are sleeping. So yeah, good stuff. Need to think what to have for this next section. It's tricky sometimes to sort of. I've got the percussion down, but I want some like instruments playing, some kind of a tune or something. Blimey, it must be pretty early. Are you kind of more east or west in Canada? I'm guessing east. Otherwise, it is really, really early. Or maybe you've not gone to bed yet. Maybe you're staying up very late. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I have this nice library that I bought recently called Dark Era, and it comes with a bunch of kind of interesting instruments which kind of have like a medievally Slavic kind of vibe to them, and I think some of those might fit nicely here. So let's look for I'm going to look for a plucked string instrument, like here we go. I've got some lyres here, strummed lyre, and just try some of these. I think that'll. You might not be able to see it on the camera, but I have another keyboard that's kind of to the side of this one here. So if you hear notes being played and you can't see where they're getting played from, it's because I have another keyboard. Okay, that sounded alright. Just something to add a bit of texture on. Just want to say that I'm a big fan of your music, have been for the last 4 months, I think. Began listening to it at the same time as I discovered D&D and have been listening ever since. Oh, that's really kind of you to say, thank you. And also awesome that you've discovered D&D. I remember when I discovered it and I was like, man, why did I not discover this when I was in school? I would have played this every single lunchtime with my friends. I'm quite sad that I only discovered D&D as an adult. But also, it's kind of nice when you discover a new hobby when you're older, because otherwise, you know, you don't. It's harder to pick up new hobbies. But yeah, I'm really glad that you like the music. Okay, we've got kind of something going on here now. Right, that was all a bit too sort of loud and in your face, but I can sort that. Thanks. I need to do another Critical Role one, actually. I've not done one in then. Well, actually, no. I did do one relatively recently. It was the one for the Grey Hunt. But yeah, I like doing those Critical Role ones every now and then. They also bring a lot more viewers into the channel than my regular stuff, because obviously it's kind of based on like a big brand. So it's nice to do them every now and then. That's really sweet. Matt Sickney. That's really kind. Thank you. Oh, Welcome to Ravnica is probably my favorite track that I've written, and I really like Soul Knife as well. That was a lot of fun. Soul Knife was cool because it was this weird blend of like orchestral sounds and really strange electronic stuff and lots of effects, but it still kind of felt fantasy. But it was one of those cool fantasy moments where you can go a little bit more extreme. Like this track that I'm writing right now, I couldn't just put in some crazy distortion and weird echo effects and stuff because it wouldn't quite work. But the Soul Knife one, I really enjoyed kind of like digging into that and doing all kinds of weird things with it. And the Ravnica one took me ages. There's multiple live streams like this one where I'm just writing different sections of the Ravnica track. But it worked out really nicely, and I'm really happy with how it ties in with all the bits of the different artwork. That kind of brought it all together when I put the artwork in. It made me kind of like think like, okay, now this makes sense when you're watching it, because it switches around from one bit to the next so quickly. But with the artwork there, you as a listener watching that can kind of follow on to see, you know, which part of Ravnica we're talking about right now. Since then, a bunch of people have been like, oh, please write a track for every single guild. And I'm like, I would like to. I just don't know very much about Ravnica. I just don't know enough. I mean, I did that one. It was a commission from someone who won a contest. And they asked to do Mystery or Ravnica track. So it was a big challenge, but it was one I really, really enjoyed. And who knows, maybe one day I'll do some more stuff in Ravnica. Okay, let's introduce some other element to this because it's a little bit sparse at the moment. This section, it needs some power. So I think we're going to go with some like maybe really low brass or something. Soft emotional strings and piano. Yeah, that was one that I wrote before I did any tabletop RPG music stuff. But it was when I stopped putting the annoying Audio Jungle watermark on all the stuff that I wrote, which was a good decision. Because there's loads of stuff in my back catalogue on YouTube, but if you go to it, so much of it has got this annoying watermark that just goes Audio Jungle every like 10 seconds because I was just doing music for this website at the time. But yeah, I like those earlier ones, those like soft emotional strings and piano, the interesting like precursor into the tabletop RPG music thing. Okay, I want some sort of not big brass, I want something that's just low and ominous that will kind of add, maybe not even brass, maybe some contrabass clarinet could be interesting. No, I think we'll go with some brass. Let's just find something. I think these tubas are quite low. Not as low as I thought. What's going on there? I don't know why that was just playing without me doing anything. Yeah, war horns kind of thing. Yeah, this is a bit soft what I'm doing right now. It's not quite hitting the spot. So let's think. Not quite. I'm gonna have a look for something else. I have a library which has lots of like medieval sounds in it, which is kind of like the Dark Hero one I was talking about a moment ago, but not quite the same. That might have some war horn type things in it. I just don't want to go too loud, because when you're playing a campaign, you know, when you're in the midst of it, you don't want the music to sort of suddenly distract you from what you're focusing on, which is something I'm becoming increasingly aware with my stuff that I'm writing. I'm trying to make sure it's not too in your face all the time. But here we go. Here's some war horns. Let's try some. Interesting. Ba-ba! The classic. Ba-ba, ba-ba. I know it sounded a bit ridiculous then, but I think I can make it work. I just need to do some editing to it. Make it softer and give it some more sort of echo. So that it really sort of reverberates around the space. It might not work, but we'll try it. $1 earphones just busted. Oh dear. Well, that's what you get. That's what you get. I've gone through so many pairs of earphones, and I finally was like, I'm going to buy some good headphones, and then they've been amazing since. I think with all that echo and stuff, it could work really nicely. Maybe we want even more echo and less of the original. And then do the same thing again halfway through, but maybe a slightly different variation, like ba 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 bum. Oh, I've lost the ba ba. There it is. Still needs a little bit of work. It still sounds a little bit out of place. Maybe we turn it down a little bit. Alright, it's helping. It's helping. We need another element though, for sure. Let's have a little look-see, shall we? Ta-da. Okay, let's have a look at maybe some low strings, maybe some horns. Let's try this. That's nice. Okay, let's try this. I want these to sound really far away, so I'm going to get rid of the close mics and put the surround mics on. Sounds a bit messy at the moment. It will work, I'm sure. I just need to do it slightly differently. Okay. Let me... Oh, no, I don't want to get rid of the instrument. Let me have a look here. I just just need to cycle between, like, there's a, like, you can kind of change, a note can either be like this, or I can cycle it to a different one. It's a bit shorter, or even shorter. So I just need to sort of cycle between those a bit for the right moments. Can I record? Oh, I didn't. Did I record that? I think I did. Let's see. Yeah, I did. It's amazing how slow, even though they're on the beat, how slow they come in. So I have to sort of insert something that makes them come in a bit before the beat, because brass just, even when you have it exactly where it's supposed to be on the beat, it still comes in way later. So if I go to MIDI inserts, MIDI modifiers, position, and roll it right back until it sounds more in time. Maybe this doesn't want to be as short here at the end. Okay, maybe it does. Ba-ba-bum. If anything, the sort of echo on this horn is a bit too long now, so we probably need to reduce that somewhat, or turn the amount down generally. Yeah, I think if we turn it down a bit, it'll sound better. So ideally we want these two things to be kind of playing at the same time. It sounds like Sauron's about to start spitting raw fire. Excellent. Oh dear. Bring on Sauron! Yeah. Sauron with the beats. You know, something's just not quite fitting right, and I can't really figure out what it is. I don't think I want these low. These, I don't think they quite work. I think maybe I could try them on a different instrument, but something in here is not quite working. Maybe it is these original, like, war horns. Maybe I could replace them with something else. I don't know. What do you guys think? Listening in. Okay, that works. Having that in there, and if I couple that with like a little drum beat leading up to it. This could sound ridiculous what I'm about to do. I'm going to try it. It may sound absolutely terrible. Let's try it. I don't know. That's the thing with these war horns, they kind of sound like half awesome, half really pathetic. Like, does this sound good? Does that sound like an actual war horn? Or does it sound like some kind of like weird like person trying to play a trumpet that doesn't know how to play a trumpet? I can't quite tell. It sort of fits in the middle of those two extremes. Maybe both together like that works a bit better. Sounds like a Lord of the Rings and Toy Story collab. That's it, exactly. It's tricky, but yeah, hopefully with this lower octave in there, it'll be a bit more powerful. I think if we can make them sound even more like distant, that might help. Let's just increase the amount of reverb on them. And turn them down a bit. Yeah, that's probably a bit better. Heard of a Carynx? I can't say I have. I'm gonna have a little listen. You won't be able to hear this because you won't be able to hear my desktop audio, but I'm gonna have a little listen to what a Carynx sounds like. That's unusual. Wow. That's like nothing I've ever seen before. That's really unusual. Wow. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna just strengthen this with another instrument on top of it, playing the same thing. I think that'll be the only thing I need to add just to make that cut through a little bit more. Let's try just some basic horns. If I could do... I imagine something like that, there must be enough interest in it that someone would have made samples for it. I'll have to have a look, because it is really interesting. Then again, with these kind of instruments, there's not many people in the world that probably even know how to play them, so it might be a bit of effort to get samples of them. But it's really interesting. Why did that not record in? Yeah, I think that helps. I'm going to turn the volume down a bit further as well because they are overwhelming the mix a little bit. But yeah, that has a bit more power to it. I know why that's coming in so early. It's because I have it set from before to come in super early. I don't need that anymore. This sound even more distant. Sorry, I've been kind of twiddling with the same section for quite a long time, but I am a bit of a perfectionist with these sort of things, so it's nice to try and get it right before moving on. Phone is beeping. Democracy never fails. Oh, I think that's you. That's you just subscribing potentially, is it? Oh dear, I've messed up my my nice view because I use my phone for my camera for my keyboard, and I've messed it all up. And I blame you entirely. Well, thank you very much for the support. I really, really appreciate that. Every little bit really helps. This thing started from nothing, and now it's getting to a point where I can spend a bit more time each month writing this music, thanks to all the support I've got. And hopefully that just keeps going up, and eventually I can just write tabletop RPG music all the time, which would be really nice. Oh, what have I done here? Why is this so loud now? Oh my goodness. Jesus. Crikey. Something that transitions between these two little sections a bit more. Let's try something like a little drum roll or something. That'll do. Yeah, I've been running all my games online, which has been, I mean, it's been okay actually. Especially once I switched to Foundry from Roll20. But it's not quite the same as running in person. You know, you do miss some of that sort of intimacy, I guess, when you're on that online. But this damn pandemic's too long. I had to play some D&D somehow. So I've been running and playing online a lot. Okay, I think I'm finally happy with that section. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat the section and I'm going to add some more elements in on the second time it repeats. And also maybe slightly change some of the notes. Because I think it will work fine. Playing it again. Adding in another sort of higher up part. Alright, so what I want to add in is some more rhythm there, because at the moment it's too repetitive when it repeats the second time. And I think I know what I might use. I'm going to try something. Unusual instrument. Do I have this even loaded in here? Gonna have to find it somewhere. I switched from like one program to another, like to an updated version, and some of the things haven't transferred across. So I've just got to do a bit of looking for something. Libraries, documents. Where is it? Mountain Dulcimer. There you are. Perfect. Found it. Now this is an instrument called a mountain dulcimer, which I think is like almost like an American dulcimer instrument. And one exciting thing about it is it always takes ages to load, so we might be waiting for a little while it loads up. But it has a really cool sound. I don't know if it'll work or not. It's going to be a bit of an experiment, but that's what we like to do. So we're going to try it out, see if it works. If it doesn't work, well, at least we tried. I'm interested to know what post you put Democracy at its Finest. Was that when I did the poll? In which case, I can tell you a little secret about that. I don't know what it's standing on at the moment. I mean, it doesn't matter because the the pot. It's already kind of too late, but I want to have a little look to see what the end up. Ah, yeah. So it did end up with snow winning. However, I may have cheated slightly because I liked the snow map the best, so I might have voted in my own poll. But I think that's okay. I think I'm allowed to do that. I didn't vote multiple times. I just did the one vote. But I'm happy snow won because the snow version of the map, which you can see on my most recent release, is really, really nice. And now that you are a patron, Merit, you will be able to find that map and loads of sort of versions of it on the download archive. So enjoy. Okay. I'm still waiting for this thing to load. It is just the slowest instrument in the world to load. Very, very, very slow. Yeah. I don't know why. It just, and the worst thing is it stops me doing anything else because it totally freezes the interface. What I hope it hasn't done is crashed the interface, because if it has, I'll have to restart and that messes up the live stream. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's loaded in. So it's a really unusual instrument, this mountain dulcimer. Let's see if I can. It's been a while since I've used it, so I'm trying to remember how to do it. I don't know whether it's going to work because it might be a bit too sort of almost country sounding. But we can change the groove that it's playing. Tunes from the Merry Lands, yeah. Yeah, at the moment, whatever the thing it's playing is a bit too country. So let's turn the strummer off. I don't know why it's so slow. It's been a really long time since I've used this instrument. Strum speed. Let's have a little mess around. I'm just trying to add some rhythm to this section, really, but this might not work. sound. I'll try that out. I'm just not playing that in right. Let me try that again. Following the actual rhythm. Okay, let me turn this down quite a lot so it's a bit softer played. And then turn the volume up. Your French test has been made so much more dramatic. There we go, I found the option I was looking for. Listen from the beginning of the track, because there's always a danger when you get sort of focusing on one part that you kind of forget what the start of the track was and the overall theme of the track, and then you end up sort of shifting in a completely different style. So I feel like I might be in danger of that right now. So let's have a listen from the beginning. think as much as I think this could work if in a different track, don't think it's working here. I think this bit needs to go. Alas. Okay, this has been a really short live stream, but I think I'm going to end it there, because I am actually quite tired. I need to have some lunch. But it's been very nice hanging out with you guys. Thanks for thanks for subscribing on Patreon, Matisse. Is it Matisse? Sorry, let me just remind myself. Merit, not Matisse. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. And yeah, enjoy all the music and all the downloads and everything. And yeah, and don't forget there's a Discord link. I don't know if that's already done, but if you want to come join on the Discord as well, it's always a nice place to hang out. I will probably be back live streaming pretty soon. I've got a couple of tracks I want to get done, including this one. But right now, I'm going to go eat some lunch, and I'm going to enjoy it. Alright everyone, thank you for stopping by, and farewell. Bye! Bye.